Righto. Make sure we're both in it. I can see that we're not in it.
Yeah, because Dad keeps moving.
Yeah, we're going to move. Righto. We're here this weekend at the Pro Alcohol Nationals at Willowbank. This is the first national round for the year. Representing, we got both the bikes out. Nothing new on Black Betty. She's pretty much the same as when we ran Street Series last year. I've lost another 15 kilos, so we've got a PB of 958 to go after, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Peace.
Yeah, what have you done to this?
It's black, it goes fast. I'm not going to give away all my secrets. Hopefully we'll get back in the 920s today. And yeah, see how we go. Hopefully the weather stays good, and yeah.
It's looking like a pretty cool day, fairly overcast, so we shouldn't have too many issues. But yeah, that's us. Righto, we're up here, qualifying 1 for the Pro Alcohol Nationals. There's the national round, part of the modified bike class in the Aeroflow Sportsman Series. And this is the first national round for the year. So we're going to see what we can do. Bit of weight loss, and weather's hot. Weather is very, very hot. We'll see how that plays into it, but bit of a headwind, oh no, bit of a tailwind. So don't know. We'll see what can happen. The nerves are pretty high. Second gear burnout for the first one, just get a bit of heat in the tyre. I think the track's going to be a little bit greasy. So we'll see what happens. Bike's got fuel in it, that's the main thing. Bumped the limiter. That thing is so loud when you're next to it. It's yeah. Anyway, it wasn't a terrible pass. Probably a little bit heavy on the clutch. It's so hot. But I carried the front wheel. I could feel the front wheel carrying. I must have been a bit off center. I sort of dragged towards the center line. Hopefully you can see that in the video. Should be able to. But whew, nothing quite gets adrenaline pumping like that. That was good. Happy with it for the first pass, honestly. I didn't see whether I red lit or not, but yeah, good pass.
How'd you go?
Yeah, all right. I drifted towards the center line. Thanks, mate. Double 04 on the line. Yeah, slow 60. That's what it was. Only did 146 mile an hour. Okay. Yeah, 004 on the line's good.
Cuts a nice 0.45. I'll put the bike through for 9.48 into 141, 9.50 for Phil at 150 mile an hour after a bit of a shaky start there off the line. Bikes, the unpredictability. So Todd Blinko, Mitch Blinko. There we go, couple of Blinkos in the field. They want to hope that they're not up against each other in the first round. They want to be together in the final round. That's where you need to be. So the two beards racing. The Mitch does the big flex, a 0.04 light first off. 150 mile an hour after a bit of a shaky start there off the line. Bikes, the unpredictability. So Todd Blinko, Mitch Blinko. There we go, couple of Blinkos in the field. They want to hope that they're not up against each other in the first round. They want to be together in the final round. Yeah, that's where you need to be. 100%. So the two beards racing.
Well, Todd flexes his beard below the helmet, as you can see in the speed flow lane.
But Mitch does the big flex, a 0.04 light first off the rank, thank you. But a 9.73 for Mitch and a 9.37 for Todd.
All right, so what happened?
So went 004 on the tree. We just did our first pass. 004 on the tree. Pretty happy with that. Slow 60 foot 171. I sat on the clutch a little bit hard, and with how hot it is today, you can't do that. It just heats everything up so much, and it makes it slip. And it doesn't grip as good as you want it to, so you can't launch it properly. Also, just first round jitters. First time being back on the bike in, 3 months, whatever it is, 2 months, at a national round. So, it gets to you a little bit, but it's a solid base. 004 on the tree is good, and 146 mile an hour. The mile an hour is still there. We just need to get the short track sorted out, and we'll be all right. Righto, Q2 coming on up. We're going to see how we go on this one. I stiffened the back shock up just a little bit on rebound and compression. You just looked in the video, like when I'm taking off, it's sitting on its bum. It's not released, and it's not picking itself back up and trying to keep the front wheel down. It's just holding itself down and picking the front wheel up, which I don't want. So yeah, see how we go. Try and sit on the clutch a bit less as well. Sort of nailed the clutch at too high of an RPM, and I think I spun it up a bit too hard. good pass. He hit the limiter, but it was side by side through the traps. I feel like I nailed that. Holy fuck. Yeah, wow, that felt much better. I didn't lay on the clutch as hard, I left at a decent RPM. Shifts felt smooth, he fucking nailed the limiter. So, no, felt good. Fucking hot. Bikes are getting really, really hot, it doesn't take much. You're right.
I'm just looking at your beautiful bike.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, have a good one. I'm gonna have a look at the video on that one. So I reckon the bike farted. 087 on the light, still pretty good. 165, 60 foot, which is what I'm chasing. Still a bit slow to the 330. Yeah, not horrid. Happy with that. It's positive improvement. Hopefully we can get it properly cooled down. I'll have a look at this video and see what I think happened, but it definitely farted in the middle of the track. Whether I bumped the shifter or something like that, something weird happened like that. There's so much going on at these national rounds. There's so much interaction everywhere. It's pretty insane. You got to be on the ball. But yeah, we'll check the video. We'll see what happened.
Nicely, a 110 for Greg, a 157 for Ricky. 86 with a 7, backs up an 886 with a 1 from earlier on, 147 miles per hour. And for Greg, the consistency in mod bike starts at 938, backs up a 937 from qualifying session number 1.
Okay, next up, Todd Blinko and Mitch Blinko. So Todd qualified so far with a 937, puts him in the number 7 spot. He went 973 earlier today. These riders are looking pretty close. They're neck and neck across the finish line here. We see
A mod bike starts at 938, backs up a 937 from qualifying session number 1.
Okay, next up, Todd Blinko and Mitch Blinko. So Todd qualified so far with a 937, puts him in the number 7 spot. Gets out here with a 135 like Mitch Blinko, goes 087. He went 973 earlier today. These riders are looking pretty close. They're neck and neck across the finish line here. We see Todd Blinko goes through for a 954, 146 miles an hour. And Mitch Blinko goes, he picks up a bunch of 18, goes 962 at 146 mile an hour as well.
Me, cunt. Stay out of fuel. I just gotta get some fuel. At least I ran out here, not at the other end.
You're not running from the camera.
Hey? Oh, it should be all good, thanks. Yeah. I was like, no, it should be right. Wasn't.
Where's your pit? I'll run your fuel tank back.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just leave him on the other side of the gate there.
Just go and throw it in Brian's pit or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can run it over there if you want.
Oh, that'd be awesome,
I'll
mate.
run it over in Brian's for you.
Yeah, righto. He's just on this front stretch here, isn't he? Legend, mate. Thank you very much.
Brian's one, the other side again.
Yep, cool. Thank you. Whew. Man, I was nice and cool until I had to run all the way back down there. What an idiot. Oh my gosh. Why can't I win with this fuel, man? God damn. I'm out of breath. I'm just about to take off to go into staging. I get into the lanes and bike conks out. Out of fuel, isn't it? All too regular on this channel. Everyone said, do you need fuel? Nah, I should be right. I put heaps in at the start. Nah, I needed fuel. So I run back down. We're literally waiting to get caught into the lanes. Run back down, get me fuel. Watch that pass a bit of wheelie, so I grabbed the clutch again. So I'm not expecting nothing too hectic. It felt good, the rest of it, but whew, I'm out of breath. Yep, all good.
I'm your bracket marshal for the weekend too.
Oh, awesome, yeah.
So yeah, we have the one more
Qualify tomorrow? Yep.
and then yeah, I'll come and give you seating sheets and all that.
Yeah, okay, cool. Is it eliminations tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's all good. Awesome, thank you. What? Wait, what? Alright, I'm gonna have to wait there. $9.59 at 148. What? Damn. If I didn't... Damn. That's sad. That hurts. Oh. Damn, dude. Damn, that was me pass. Damn. 019, 165, 959, 148. Happy with that.
Instead, they just went in all in, and it was impressive. So anyway, we move on to modified bike, and this will be their third qualifier. So Mitch Blinko up against Todd Blinko, the Two Beards Racing Kawasaki's. So to quote Johnny Lewis here, because it's awesome to have so many Kawasaki's in the field. I don't know how Suzuki was about that, but hey, it's a fair thing. At the beginning of the meeting that this many guys would have done that well, you would not have thought so.
No, not at all. Absolutely
you would have said, no,
not.
they're probably all going to have to get used to the conditions, but instead they just went in all in, and it was impressive. So anyway, we move on to modified bike, and this will be their third qualifier. So Mitch Blinko up against Todd Blinko, the Two Beards Racing Kawasaki's. So to quote Johnny Lewis, he reckons it's awesome to have so many Kawasaki's in the field. I don't know how the Suzuki guys feel about that, but hey, you know, it's a fair thing. Red light there from Todd, a 019 from Mitch. Nice work. Let's see how he goes. Ran a 9.6 and a 9.7 earlier, and he will go 9.59 at 148, and Todd a 9.44 at 150. So he's gone right smack in the middle of his previous runs for Todd, and I'm going to be pretty happy with that.
Righto, we're here, day 2, about lunchtime, 400 million degrees already. Got me little ice rag here. We'll just do a bit of a recap on day 1, pretty much. And yeah, so did 3 qualifiers yesterday, and we had a few issues here and there. The track was real sticky, so we were struggling a little bit to get a gauge on that and figure out what we needed to do to get it down in Q1. It cooled off a little bit for Q2 at 4, and then we didn't run again till 8 last night. I had a bit of a drama on the last one. I wheelied off the line. The clutch wasn't as hot, and it sort of grabbed quicker than I expected. So wheelied, still went a 9.59 at 148.4. So I picked up a couple of mile an hour on my PB, and so hopefully today we can get a few runs in. We've got 1 guaranteed qualifier and then 1 guaranteed round of racing. So we're getting at least 2 runs today, both in the heat, 2 and 4 o'clock. But we'll see how we go. How'd you go?
Yeah, first run yesterday was definitely the best in the heat at 2 o'clock, which was pretty odd. Yeah, went 9.37 at 150, and ballsed up the second run, missed third gear and hit the limiter. And the one at 8.30 last night, I just rolled in for a 9.44 at 150 again. Same again, I wheelied a little bit too much in first gear and sort of couldn't really get it back, but I think the heat was playing havoc on our tiny little brains, so yeah, we'll see how we go today. We're 2 o'clock again today for our last qualifier, so that's our last chance to. I'm going to try and get into the 9.3s again. Yeah, ready for race 1. So bikes are going pretty good apart from that. They're drinking a fair bit more fuel. Mine's using about 2 litres more in 3 passes than what it usually does. So yeah, the conditions are challenging. Yeah, we'll see how we go from there.
Yeah, I ran out of fuel. Luckily it was in the staging lanes rather than all the way down the bottom end of the track this time. But yeah, everyone asked me, do you need fuel? I said, no, should be right, I'll put heaps in it. Nah, I needed fuel. So note to self, listen to everyone when they ask you if you need fuel. Even if you don't think you need it, put fuel in it. But yeah, we'll see how we go today, and yeah, we'll keep you updated.
Very tough field. I think there's only 3 stock wheelbase bikes in our whole field, so yeah.
What are you? You're qualified 8th.
I'm qualified 8th.
I'm 11th. so out of a field of 14. And there's,
So-
I think there's only 3 stock off. Yeah, 3 stock
Yeah, there
wheelbase
is
bikes.
stock wheelbase bike,
Yeah.
so we're pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it to the big guys, see how we go. That's what we're here to do, so yeah.
I've got no tyre, so I'm doing big burnouts. I'm going to send this one to the grave. Righto, we're up on Sunday here. We got our 4th qualifier coming up now. We're just going to try and do the same thing. And it is hot. It is, so not promising too much. But see how we go. Wish I didn't miss second. Wow, that felt unreal. That's the first time it's ever picked the wheel going into second. I must have missed third then. Yeah, I must have. Anyway, I wish I didn't, because that would have been gangster. Yeah, it's hot. It is really, 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 really hot. Way down a mile an hour because I bumped that shift. 162 to the 60 foot. My best 60 foot ever. 117 on the light, still not horrendous. I'm alright with that. 145, so I lost 2 mile an hour, sorry, since last night, and I only went 600 slower. So if I had done that in the cold last night instead of wheeling it straight off the line, that would have been a pass right there. But like it's 30 some degrees, like high 30s. Massive humidity right now, and I just ran a 965, so I am pretty happy with that. You've got to remember this, so it's 700 pounds with me on it, which I think works out to be just over 300 kilos, 316 maybe. So it's still a pretty heavy bike. It's in full street trim, and yeah, but it needs to cool off.
Jason Watt actually improves. He runs his quickest pass of the weekend at 10:39 at 136 mile an hour. It's better to forge your own path than the path already forged. But hey, the consistency across most of the brackets is that they're all going slower, but by about the same margin.
Yeah, pretty much. You can sort of see that average.
between all the competitors. You see that trend. 275 on his Kawasaki for 2 Beards Racing. Mitch Blinko, the quicker of the two, he goes 965 at 100.
And Jackson White actually improves. He runs his quickest pass of the weekend at 10:39 at 136 mile an hour. Interesting.
Sometimes it's better to forge your own path than the path already forged. But hey, the consistency across most of the brackets is that they're all going slower, but by about the same margin.
Yeah, pretty much. You can sort of see that average mean happening there between all the competitors, and you can see that trend forming at the moment. As we see Mitch Blinko get out with a 117 reaction type. Todd Blinko was a little bit slower with a 275 on his Kawasaki for 2 Beards Racing. Mitch Blinko, the quicker of the two, he goes 965 at 145 miles an hour. Well, he got to the finish line first, but Todd Blinko was actually a little bit quicker at 953, 148 mile an hour.
Righto. Up here for round one of eliminations. We've got Brian Alvezio on the silver 14 there. And 908 he's dialed in on, 961. So he's got a chase. And we'll see how that goes for him. Pretty confident, ish. Just going to try and do what we do. Do the same thing. There we are. Try and get some flowing through the clutch plates. I had a bit of a different start procedure that last one. So I think it helped me a bit. I'm going to just try and replicate that and go again. Buttoned off too much. We don't know until we get there. That's round one. Felt good. Felt lazy a little bit. I'm pretty sure I messed up the light. Whether I read it or not, I don't know, but I hope not. That's an embarrassing way to lose. But I've been getting pretty cheeky on them all weekend, so I can't be too upset with myself if I did. But I really hope I didn't. That'd be disappointing. It's not the way you want to go out. But yeah. No, time will tell. Yeah, that's me done. Oh, 2:05 reaction time. What a joke, bro. 163 to the 60 foot for a 963 at 966 at 146. What he dialing? 908. Yeah. Oh well. Game's the game, eh?
Better of the tree by a long way. Will you make the most of it? They certainly will. 956 probably caught up. I can't see him. He probably backed out of a little bit maybe. But McDougall, 887 on an 883, but a 381 light will hurt you every day, Mark.
Come on, Mitchell.
Yeah, next up, Brian Alvizio. He's still at 9.08 seconds to take on Mitch Blinko. He's still at 9.61. So first here. Let's look at the reaction times. At 1,000 foot, Alvizio's in front. At the finish line, it's Alvizio.
Out of a little bit maybe, but McDougall, 887 on an 883, but a 381 light will hurt you every day, Mark.
Yeah, next up, Brian Alvizio. He's still at 9.08 seconds to take on Mitch Blinko. He's still at 9.61. So Blinko will leave first here. Let's look at the reaction times. 0.83 for Alvizio to a 2.05, so he's got a 10.5 advantage on Blinko. At 1,000 foot, Alvizio's in front. At the finish line, it's Alvizio, 9.14 on the 9.08. He was off the throttle to get the win, 9.66 on a 9.61 for Blinko. The reaction time is undoing there. Brian Alvizio through to round number 2.
He gets there by 8,000ths of a second to get the win. Phil White. Joseph White goes 10.49 on the 10.37. A little bit off his goal there, which allowed Phil White to sneak on past and get the win here in round number 1.
So Todd Blinko and Dale Marshall. Dale with an 881 dial in to a 944 for Blinko. Two Beards Racing Kawasaki up against the Suzuki.
The win here in round number 1.
So Todd Blinko and Dale Marshall. Dale with an 881 dial in to a 944 for Blinko. So the Two Beards Racing Kawasaki up against the Suzuki. So the upright street bike got some work to do. Oh, Dale Marshall, a nice 0.59 on the Suzuki. See him out in front, but will he be able to maintain it? No, he won't. He's got 889 on an 881, and the win will go to Todd Blinko with a 944 on a 944 with a 103. Todd, take a bow, my man. Well done. 944 on a 944, Mark.
Smacks the dial in there. Great lap there.